Evan Carmichael believes in entrepreneurs. Gary Vaynerchuk called him the DJ who inspires people, and Ed Milet called him the modern day Napoleon Hill. At 19, he built, then sold a biotech software company. At 22, he was a venture capitalist, raising anything from $500,000 to $15 million. He now runs a YouTube channel for entrepreneurs with over 4 million subscribers and over 700 million views. Wrote 4 books and speaks globally. He wants to solve one of the world's biggest problems, which is people don't often believe in themselves enough. Forbes named him one of the world's top 40 social marketing talents, and Inc. named him one of the 100 great leadership experts and 25 social media keynote speakers you need to know. He has set 2 world records. He uses a trampoline and a stand-up desk, owns Canada's largest salsa dance studio where he met his wife actually, and has a giant Doritos bag of Doritos in front of him all day long just to remind him that he is stronger than the Doritos. We all are. Toronto is his home. He's a father, husband, League of Legends fans, and Timo's main. Quick disclaimer before we start this interview. This did not go as planned. So I will let you figure out what big mistake I've made during this interview, and we'll discuss it after the interview ends. So please watch till the end. It's worth it. Believe me. Let's go. So Ivan, um, before we get into the nitty-gritty, I want to thank you. Why? Because I was literally listening to your videos 10 years ago while
Okay.
I was sleeping. So I was listening to Wayne Dyer. There was a lot of Steve Jobs, Jay Shetty, Les Brown. So thank you. Thank you for inspiring me, inspiring the world to believe in ourselves. And I just want to say that you are one of the main contributors or motivators that inspired me to immigrate alone to Canada. So, first icebreaker question. Are you here? Hey Evan, what's up? How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Ready to go.
Let's go. So, first of all, I want to thank you. Thank you because I was watching your videos 10 years ago, your compilations of Wayne Dyer, Jay Shetty, Les Brown, and Steve Jobs, which really inspired me and contributed to make me the man I am today.
Wow. So
Without
Wayne was the biggest inspiration for you?
yeah, the squeezing of the orange. I don't know if you remember this
Mhm.
metaphor that if you squeeze an orange, what comes out? Orange juice. So this has inspired me to toughen up because when life squeezed me, I was not very strong, to be honest. And I do have a quick icebreaker question. How's your staying outside challenge going? I think you have attained nine hours recently.
Yeah. What am I at today? Today I'm at 5 hours. So I'm obviously
Whoa.
inside to do this,
Go.
but I'll get, yeah, we'll get at least nine probably today. So it's a new challenge I'm on. It's a Norwegian thing. They have an expression called friluftsliv, where it's basically outdoor living, and I've adopted a version of it where I'm just trying to spend as much time outside as possible. And what I noticed was my stress levels were down, my heart rate is down. I'm tracking on my Oura ring, and
Wow.
it's funny. Is I guess humans are meant to be outside, and when I do these interviews, I come inside. I'm on my good camera, all that kind of stuff, so that I'm not joining you from my bubble tent outside. But maybe
That's
round
right.
two, we'll do it from the bubble tent.
That's wonderful. Um, so do you want to start with the toughest question first, like eating that frog, like Brian Tracy does? Oh,
Wherever you want to go, man. I'm happy to go wherever you want to go.
let's
Whatever's
go.
most valuable.
So, so Ivan, you have built an online empire from scratch. Your YouTube channel grew to 4.2 million subscribers. So first of all, kudos to all this massive achievement. Um, Before I ask you this question, I will give you some context first. It's very personal, so it's literally like you will be coaching me. So that's the best format, I guess. I am on a mission to help millions, if not billions of people become more confident. And why? Maybe you ask, why is a big thing? Simon Sinek also says, so start with why. So why do I want to do this? Because I know from experience how the lack of it can literally destroy your life. And my question for you is, if you were in my shoes, Ivan, and had 10 years to pull this off, what specific systems and habits would you create to make the probability of success undeniable? And another context, I've been in Canada just 3 months. I immigrated alone. I just got
Where in
it.
Canada are you?
Ottawa, just
Oh,
in
okay.
Ontario. Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah. We're close. Okay, you're like
Very
a bunch of hours away from me. That's cool. Where was home for you before?
Mauritius Island. Have you heard
Oh,
about
okay.
us?
Yeah,
Maybe.
I've been to Mauritius at least once. I don't know how many times. The
Oh,
cruises
okay.
go through, so I don't know how many times I've been there.
That's a beautiful island. So, yeah, given if you had to, from where I am now, if I want to impact millions of people, like transform people's lives, help them become more confident through my content, through my online courses, through my coaching, how would you do it based on your experience building your YouTube channel?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great mission, man. I love it. That's already a lot more clarity than I had when I got started.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Uh, I don't know when I wrote your one word. It's not back here. Uh, but I was years in on my journey before I even had the clarity to say my channel is about believe.
Well,
So you're already, way ahead of me, which is awesome. Um, the most important thing is holding that front and center because there's a lot of ways to do it. There's a lot of ways to impact confidence, and I can give you some ideas that we can bounce around. But the most important thing is that you are looking at the content that you're doing with the lens of I'm trying to help people feel more confident. So even how you started this interview and said, should I ask the toughest question first? Just ask the toughest question first. Like put the confidence lens on first and have it go through everything that you create. Ask yourself, is this going to help people feel more confident? And there'll be days when you don't feel like it's going to ever impact a million people or millions of people. And so just think back to younger Alvin, think back to you from 10 years ago in Mauritius, getting the orange squeezed out of him. I don't know how long
Yep.
ago that was at that point, but on the days where you don't feel like your message will reach millions of people, just know that you can still help young Alvin because that's believable. You now can go back 10 years. If Alvin from 10 years ago is sitting there on a bench and you go and you sit next to him on the bench, you could tell him some stuff that would change his life. So bring that into your content. So more than any system is a guiding philosophy, and people too often lose track of it because we get caught up in trying to hit a million subscribers or anything else. Getting the million subscribers and the hundreds of millions of views and all that is awesome. I'm chasing it too, but it's the end result. It's not the input, right? That's what happens as a result. The input is putting confidence into everything you're making. So again, if everything that you made, every interview you did, every outreach that you do, uh, was through the lens of I'm doing this because I want to help people feel more confident, then you will find the path. And I can help bring solutions, but that's the most important thing because whatever system you create now, like how deep are you in on this journey?
I've been, I would say, oh no. And okay, I do have the both of the recordings, don't worry. We have not wasted our time, so yeah.
No, you're good. It's the
Okay.
best. Um, I don't know what the last thing was you heard.
You were speaking about you didn't know that I am the confidence guy, and your team sometimes doesn't know exactly how the
Oh,
interview would go. Yeah,
yeah. So, I mean, you get asked to do a bunch of interviews, and I say yes to ones that my team would say no to, and I say no to ones that my team would say yes to. For me, it's more of a vibe thing. Like you sent me something, and I just liked your energy, so I said yes.
let's go. Thank you.
And other people are more on the numbers and how many subscribers you have and everything else. But that being said, I liked your vibe. I didn't spend a whole lot of time looking through everything, but I didn't know that we would be talking about confidence. I didn't know you were the confidence guy. I didn't know that was the intent of this conversation. Let me see if I load up the notes in my calendar. You know, even this is called the pursuit of freedom.
Yeah. So my philosophy is that confidence is the skill that will eventually lead me towards freedom. And when I say freedom, it's freedom of thought, financial freedom. So freedom in all the sense of the word. So yeah.
So decide who you want to be because confidence and freedom, uh, even having two things,
Hmm.
then I don't remember which one is you. Like it's hard enough to remember one thing about somebody. It's almost impossible to remember two.
Wow, thank you. One word, right?
Yeah. So are you, like, are you the freedom guy or are you the confidence guy? And there's no right or wrong. It's just one. Usually what happens, Alvin, is like one is the parent of the other.
Hmm.
So like if confidence leads to freedom or freedom leads to confidence, there's one that's the parent and then the other, there's a bunch of kids,
Yeah, I got
right?
it. Makes
So
sense.
but what's the main thing? And again, there's no right or wrong, but uh, this is a great example of where there's not alignment around the messaging, which then makes it easier to share, right? Like if
Hmm.
even right now, what feels more right for you? Not that it's a final answer, but freedom or confidence?
I would say confidence because
Okay.
I feel I can coach people because I already have the credibility because I overcame my glossophobia. So yeah, like
But these
branding, it's
matter whether you have whether you have credibility or not. Like this is a lifelong mission. You can develop it. You can get more skills. You can improve at anything, right? So it's not about your current capabilities. It's about the mission and the impact you want to have on the world. Like to have 1 million people subscribe to your channel, you do not have the current skill set to do that yet. So
yes.
to and fine, right? That's not a knock. To make a mission based off of current skill set is
Hmm.
not a good, you'll always aim small because you're going to have to learn so much more to accomplish your mission. So you saying it's confidence because I have capabilities, that doesn't matter. You're going to need 1 million more capabilities anyway. It still might be confidence, but as long as the reasoning is like, this is the impact I want to have on the world. I
Hmm.
want the world to be more confident, or I want the world to have more freedom. And they're both beautiful missions. Like they're both awesome. But what is more pulling at your heartstrings is say, no, no, no. I mean, they're both cool, but this is the one that I really love the most.
Okay. I believe I would go for confidence
Okay.
for now.
So, and fine. And like maybe you wake up tomorrow and you think freedom and whatever, it's fine. But the more you think about it and the more you sleep on it, the more you process it, the more and more one will feel right. And maybe it is confidence. Maybe even after this call, maybe the best part of this call is even just figuring out that it's confidence. Awesome.
Yeah, yeah, maybe.
So,
It's
like, if you're the confidence guy, then you want to make it easy for other people to talk about you. And you also want to make it easy for you to remember that you're the confidence guy. Because again, you are not confident 24/7.
yeah,
If you look at 2030 Alvin looking back, you're like barely 5% confident compared to that guy. And
that's
so
true.
it's the challenge to live in confidence as much as possible. So even the name of the show, right? So it's not the pursuit of freedom, it's the pursuit of confidence. You're the confidence guy. The questions that I get asked in my notes here. I mean, I barely look at this stuff, but you know,
Yeah,
Evan's story of building his YouTube channel, how his videos impacted my life, philosophy and personal development, right? Cool. That's all great. I'm not judging it. But if you want me to remember you about confidence, or even
mhm.
before I show up to the call, that we align, you want my alignment around confidence. That I know this is the topic going in and that you are trying to
Oh,
spread
okay.
confidence. It allows any guest, not just me, it allows the people around you to help you better. I'll go wherever you want to go. Your first question is like, do I ask the hard question? Like, I don't, whatever you want, man. I'm
Let's go.
your dancing monkey here. You tell me where to go, and that's what we're gonna do, right? I don't care. but you can pick a path and you can. So back to your question about like, how do I go and accomplish my million subscriber goal or to
Mm.
impact millions of people, right? Um, you are already on the path.
No way. Yes, we're here.
He's back. He's not
Okay.
back. He's back.
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, perfect. I think we're good. Normally.
Your internet is showing like red lines every now and then. So I think your internet is dropping out.
Okay, I guess that's it. Uh, to be honest, I'm living in an Airbnb, but okay, it's working fine now. It's working fine. Let's hope. We do. Oh, Evan, I do respect your time a lot. We have only 4 minutes.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, I will ask one philosophical question. If you're open to it, of course.
Okay, so Alvin's internet died on him, and I thought before time completely runs out, I'd make a quick video to end this. I sincerely hope that he posts this whole thing and figures out a way to handle all of the edits. Like maybe he just posts it completely raw as is and just stitches all these things together, which is like the worst. It's the worst feeling ever to spend so much time prepping for an interview and deeply caring, and then having the whole thing fall apart because of tech issues at an Airbnb. I mean, I've had that happen to me. I've had interviews where people forgot to press record. I forgot to press record. Like, oh my God, this is so bad. Anyway, mad props to Alvin for sticking in and staying present and focused and not getting too flustered. And it's like the worst feeling ever. So I wanted to film this ending so that he had something to close the video off. And I sincerely hope that he posts all of this together, because the easiest thing to do is to not post it. The easiest thing to do is to try to reschedule. The easiest thing to do is apologize. Like, it's the easiest thing to do and just feel terrible. The hard thing to do, the confidence building thing to do, is to make the best of what you got in the post and to keep going. So the point that I was trying to get across was that he is already making progress. He's already doing it, right? He's already growing. He's already taking a chance on himself. He is already doing interviews and making content. And the challenge is it's forward momentum, but it's wavy. We're going on angles because it's easy to get distracted and it's easy to not have focus. And so the most important thing to make it a straight line to success, as straight as possible at least, because it's never quite a straight line, is to focus everything around confidence or one main theme. So the show becomes about confidence. The questions become about confidence. The setup when a guest first comes on is like, hey, my goal is to spread more confidence because I struggled to overcome my fear of speaking, and I want to help other people become more confident too. The questions to me become about confidence. When did you feel the least confident in your life? And then I can answer that question. What advice would you have for me who's still struggling with my confidence to get to the next level? Or I want to spread my message of confidence, right? So the whole thing becomes about confidence, because what it does is it allows, since he likes Wayne Dyer, it allows the universe to conspire to help you. I've been doing interviews all day long today, and everybody that I've done an interview with has been great, like great energy, great topics. But if you ask me what did everybody stand for, what the mission they're on, I don't know. And because I can't say it back, then their message doesn't spread. But Alvin could be the guy who's like, no, he's about confidence. And so even just having that one thing for me to hang on to allows me to better spread his message, knowing his story about being afraid of speaking and now teaching people how to speak and teaching people how to have more confidence. If somebody comes into my world who's struggling with that, I can send them to Alvin. Say, go check out this Alvin guy because he overcame that. Right. And so it allows you to just go faster because you're focused and direct instead of this wavy line. He's going to get there anyway, right? Like I got there eventually, but it took 5 years of me having in 5 years, I had 2,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I was following this zigzaggy path. I was still doing stuff that I liked, but people didn't know what I stood for. And then the next 5 years, I went to over 1 million subscribers, right? The numbers are on my website if you want to go check it out. Having the clarity around believe does two things. One, for me, to try to spread more belief, to have that as the lens, the filter through which I see the world, to create content, makes it easier for me to stay focused and stay aligned and not get distracted by outside voices, other opinions, fears, doubts, insecurities. And two, it allows people to talk about me more easily. It allows people to say, oh, he's the believe guy. Or if you ever need more belief in your life, go check out Evan Carmichael's channel. It makes the message easier to spread. And so, again, that laser focus on the most important message, which if it's confidence, awesome, is so valuable for you to maintain and remember forever, and for also for people to spread the message for you. And that allows you to go a lot faster. Again, as long as he doesn't quit, he's going to keep winning. Like Alvin will win. He has a huge heart. He wants to serve. He's sticking through the struggles. I again sincerely hope he posts his video, but there's a risk that he doesn't, and I'm sitting here making this monologue for nothing. But I hope that he puts all the things together, and I think it's at least a 85% chance he takes this with the others and still finds a way to post it, because it's going to be a great story to look back on in 5 years when he has all these big interviews to say, oh my God, 5 years ago, I interviewed this guy, Evan Carmichael. It was like the worst thing ever. And it kept failing on me, but Evan filmed this video and I pushed them together, and like, here's that video. Like, it becomes the best story ever. I think it's great. So Alvin's going to make it as long as he keeps going. You will make it as long as you keep going, but you can get there a lot faster if there's a lot more focus, a lot more clarity on what the one word is that you're trying to spread. And whatever that one word is, mine's believe. Alvin sounds like his confidence. It's a thing that you still need more of. You know, I believe myself more than I did before, but I still need more belief. Alvin has a lot more confidence than he did before, but he still needs it to achieve the next level. So it's a thing that you still need the most, but it's also the thing that you gift the world. And every time Alvin develops a little more confidence, he's able to give it to more people. So we're climbing this mountain, and whatever step you are at, you know, you can get people to your level. If you're at step 200 and there's Wayne Dyer's at step 9,000, but you're at step 200, you can reach back and get people to step 199. You can't get them to step 300 because you've never been there, but you can get them to step 199. And every time that you take another step up the mountain of confidence, you can then pull back and help more people get to where you're at. And I think that's the greatest gift of all. So, Alvin, thank you for the love. This is the favorite episode of all time. I love it and super excited for you, and can't wait to see this when it comes out. Much love, man. Believe.
Okay, now you know what big mistake I made. I did not check my internet connection before the interview started, which led to whatever you saw. 4 glitches in a row, and it was in a 20 minutes time frame. So yeah, just imagine the level of stress I had to deal with, and I prepared for weeks. Keep that in mind. And guess what? This mistake won't happen again. The pain that it created. I mean, just after the interview, I mean, there were the 4 glitches. I didn't hear from Evan. I was not aware that he was recording this video for me. I mean, the last part where he's alone speaking, the monologue. On this day, I just went out. It was raining. I put my jacket on, and while doing the walk, I recorded this video. Guys, I've made a big mistake. What's up, Instagram? I'm having a little walk in the rain today, and something just popped in my mind. So because I made a big mistake today, and the thing is, so this was how this little selfie video was created, basically. So yeah, I made a mistake, yes, but it won't happen again because I have learned from my mistakes, and I will have better connection too, thanks to my Airbnb host, who is great, by the way. Great, shout out. Let's go. And Valerie, great couple, very nice guys. Great Airbnb to be at. But here's some final thoughts to conclude this already beautiful episode. It's okay to make mistakes. I would say mistakes must happen for you to eventually succeed. So I'm not where I want to be yet, and I am in this phase in my life where I need to commit these mistakes. I need to make lots of them, try new things, make lots of mistakes, learn from them, that's important, and grow. That's the process. That's the process we are all, if you're watching this right now, you are in this process, whatever way you are on your journey. And my next point, my next quote, I would say, is a powerful one. Why? Because simply, it's a powerful one because of the truth it conveys. And Evan embodies this philosophy so beautifully. So here it is. The people who criticizes you for making mistakes. Let me repeat this one, it's very important. Take note, write it down. The people who criticizes you for making mistakes are those who are not even trying anything. Let me repeat this. The people right now in your life who are criticizing you for trying new things, making mistakes, for your failures, they are the ones who are not even trying anything new in their life. They are not growing. They are not out there trying new things when you are getting outside of your comfort zone, right? To build. Why are you getting outside of your comfort zone? Initially, it is to build a better version of yourself. So when you're on your own journey of self-development, you become like a mirror to the courage they didn't have, to the guts they didn't have in their life, to take like the leap of faith you took. You become a mirror to their own insecurities. So they want to criticize, let them, brother. And to contrast this point, here's a fun fact. Not a fun, it's a fact. People who are ahead of you, let's say someone you admire, one of your role models, they are at their chapter 1000 and you are actually at your chapter 10 on the same career path, or whatever it is whatever path you're following. Let's assume your role model is at chapter 1000 and you are at chapter 10, right? You know what? They understand the importance of trying new things and making mistakes faster, learning and growing and asking for help. They get it. They've been through this process. So they will never criticize you for it. Even better, they will encourage you. Thomas Edison is one of the best examples I can think of right now when it comes to failures. And he understood this fundamental truth when trying to perfect the light bulb. So this is one of his most famous quotes. He said, "I have not failed. I have found 10,000 ways that didn't work." 10,000. That's a lot of failures, if you want my opinion. And Evan Carmichael, he understood this dynamic. That's why he was not pissed. He was not angry. He was not frustrated because of these technical glitches. Because he knew, first of all, this was not entirely in my control, even though I like to take full responsibility for everything that happens in my life. So I should have checked, I don't know, put some Ethernet connection, check the internet speed before the interview starts. So I take the blame. And like he said in the monologue he recorded for me, he was doing interviews during the whole day. Lots of beginners like me, amateurs, at me, all on the journey of entrepreneurship, self-development, coaching, whatever. He was doing interview all this, and so he could have easily unleashed his rage on me. So, oh, you should have prepared, you should have this or that. No, he didn't. He even took his 6 or 7 minutes of his precious time to record this video. And this, really, thank you, Evan, for this. Now that I'm thinking about it, his emotional intelligence is like on another level. So this was a learning experience for me too. So because he was calm in spite of all these glitches, this helped me to keep my poise and composure, and I stayed calm. So yeah, we say human beings, we learn best through osmosis. That is by being with the people who are already ahead of us. So we will learn faster. So Probably this is what happened, even though we were on camera. Anyways. Okay, let's end this. Let's conclude this. So first of all, Evan, thank you for coming on my show. Thank you very much for recording this video after you didn't have to, but you did it. This just shows how class and kind you are. No. This shows how class and kind you've remained even after achieving all this success. Thank you for inspiring us to believe in ourselves. It all starts with believing in ourselves. It all starts right here, guys. So if you want to believe more in yourself, go and check Evan's channel. He has, like I told you at the beginning of this video, more than 700 million views, 4 million plus subscribers. Grant Cardone, Gary Vaynerchuk, Richard Branson, all these gurus online, Ty Lopez, everyone, Jay Shetty, Lewis Howes, they all perceive him as like, I mean, he made it. And now, even more important, you. To you, my friend, watching this video right now, remember, your past mistakes are just lessons, not life sentences. Your past mistakes are just lessons, not life sentences. Learn from your mistakes, seek help from the right people, and grow, while making it a non-negotiable, a must, to ignore the opinions of those who are not even trying. Keep going, and slowly but surely build that confidence along the way. The more competent you will become, the more confident you will become. That's from Alex Hormozy, actually. Your level of confidence is directly correlated to your level of competence in whatever field that you are. Keep going, and you got this. Let's go. Peace.